watching the News Hour special edition with me, Kritsween Walia. And ladies and gentlemen, in just a few hours from now, Gujarat will cast its final ballot. The remaining 93 seats out of 182 will decide on who will be forming the next Sarkar on the 8th of December. The BJP is banking on the Modi magic to seek another term in the state. The Prime Minister, remember, carried out back-to-back roadshows in Ahmedabad, which has 21 constituent assemblies on the 1st of December and also on the 2nd, with thousands lining up to greet the son of Gujarat. As far as the 93 seats are concerned, they spread across 14 northern districts which will vote in the second phase, that is tomorrow. It's going to be a tough battleground for all parties, as the Congress has performed better than the BJP in the last two assembly elections here. The Congress will of course try to retain its edge in the region, which accounts for 32 seats, while BJP is facing rebellion in certain pockets. For the Aam Aadmi Party, it's a double battle. Approximately 50% of Delhiites today came out to vote in the high-stakes civic body polls. The Aam Aadmi Party is eyeing to unseat the BJP from the top post, both in Delhi and Gujarat. Kejriwal, who has given in writing that Aam Aadmi Party is forming the government, is demanding the voters to remove the double-engine Sarkar and give way for a new engine in the state of Gujarat. With lower voter turnout in the first phase as compared to 2017, the Chief Electoral Officer has urged citizens to come out in large numbers to vote in the phase 2 of the polls. Listen in.
833 candidates and 61 political parties election में participate कर रहे हैं. Location से 14,975 and total polling stations 26,409. सबके लिए हम लोग water information slip दिया है. ये सिर्फ माहिती के लिए है, पुरावा के लिए एपिक कार्ड और any other proof like आधार कार्ड, water ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस, पैन कार्ड वो लेके जाना है. અને ये that day will be a poll holiday है, paid holiday है. So please holiday यूज करके सभी लोग स्पेशली अर्बन एरियाज में लोग आके वोटिंग करने का हमारा अपील है.
As far as tomorrow is concerned, the second phase of polling, there's going to be a close contest in at least 5 constituencies, mainly Ghatlodiya, Virangam, Godhra, Gandhinagar South and Vadgam. But what do the voters have to say? First up, listen into that.
27 साल से भाजपा का राज है. काम किया है भाजपा ने? बहुत
काम किया है. सेफ्टी भी है सबकी.
ये जो गुजरात मॉडल की बात की जाती है, स्कीम्स की बात की जाती है, वो यहाँ पे लागू हुई है?
लागू तो हुई ना, सब अच्छा ही चलता है ना. ये देखो ना, अभी विकास तो है ना.
अभी तो सरकार भाजपा की है, वो अच्छा है.
भाजपा की सरकार अच्छी है. ऐसा क्या काम किया उन्होंने?
बहुत सारे काम किए.
आप बताएंगे क्या?
बहुत सारे किए यहाँ पे तो काम.
बीजेपी आने वाली है तो मालूम ही है, पक्का ही है, क्योंकि बीजेपी के आने के बाद जो विकास हुआ है वो सारी जनता जान रही है.
आम आदमी पार्टी कह रही है कि फ्री इलेक्ट्रिसिटी देंगे, गारंटी कार्ड देंगे, जैसा कि उन्होंने पंजाब और दिल्ली में किया, ऐसा उनका दावा है. तो आप सोचते हैं वो यहाँ पे आ पाएंगे?
हो सकता है, उन्होंने दावा किया है. पंजाब में भी दे रहे हैं, दिल्ली में भी दे रहे हैं. इधर आएगा तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि दे रहे हैं तो वो भी देंगे. उन्होंने बोला है तो देंगे. अच्छा है और ये सबके लिए अच्छा है.
ज्यादातर लोग जनरली यहाँ पे, मुझे तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि रिलीजन के नाम पे ज्यादा वोटिंग होता है.
रिलीजन के नाम पे ज्यादा वोटिंग होता है. तो यहाँ का पॉलिटिक्स रिलीजन बेस्ड है.
और दूसरा रीजन है नरेंद्र मोदी का ये होम स्टेट है, इसलिए लोग ज्यादा बीजेपी को प्रीफर करते हैं.
Well, the question on everyone's mind, which way will the vote tilt? The BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress are confident that they will win margin with record numbers. Here's how all the three sides are seemingly confident a day before Gujarat votes in the second phase.
गुजरात, दिल्ली, तीनों जगह कमल खिलेगा. भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकारें बनेगी. जैसा उत्तर प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, मणिपुर, गोवा में चारों जगह भाजपा की फिर सरकारें बनी, गुजरात, हिमाचल में बनेगी और निगम में भी भारतीय.
अगर आपका आचार ठीक रहा होता 27 साल में तो इतना प्रचार नहीं करना पड़ता. और जिस काम के लिए आपको भेजा गया है, गुजरात की जनता ने आशीर्वाद देके 2-2 बार आपको प्रधानमंत्री बनाया है. वो काम थोड़ा ठीक कर लेते। अमित शाह जी ने कल अपना रोड शो बीच में ही छोड़ के क्यों भाग लिया? उस सवाल के जवाब में सब कुछ छिपा हुआ है। 8 तारीख में क्या होने वाला है वो कल ही मालूम पड़ेगा।
All right, let's go quickly open this up. We have Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, with us. Also with us is senior journalist Shekhar Iyer, political analyst Lokesh Jindal, and political analyst himself, Dr. Piyush Joshi. My first question to Charu Pragya, because, you know, we started and opened with remarks on how the BJP, of course, is banking on the Modi magic, the son of Gujarat. We've seen some mega roadshows take place on the first and the second, Charu. So, as far as the BJP is concerned, how hopeful are they of emerging victorious one more time? You know, it's been a decades-long victory run for the BJP so far. And who is that the BJP considers its principal challenger today, the Congress or the Aam Aadmi Party?
Kritsween, this is going to be BJP's highest vote share and highest seats in the history of Gujarat elections. I'm very confident of that. You have heard of anti-incumbency. There's a lot of discussion around it. This is a wave of pro-incumbency, and if anyone doubts it, all they had to do was see the way Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji was received in Gujarat during his roadshow, during every single sabha he had for that matter. So the people of Gujarat love Bharatiya Janata Party. The people of Gujarat have utmost confidence in Modi ji's vision for the state, for the country. And the way development has happened in Gujarat, the way we have made sure that Gujarat becomes a state with no riots, Gujarat becomes a state with fantastic connectivity. It becomes a state where tourism is encouraged and every single city gets transformed into its best version, has the people's blessings, and these blessings will pour in the form of votes tomorrow as well. And as for the other political parties, see, I don't even want to talk about them right now. Congress is non-existent everywhere, and Aam Aadmi Party is a failed political party in Delhi also. Gujarat, I was there on ground. I've spent a lot of time going around Gujarat, different constituencies. It is incredible. It is so incredible where this election has been fought. It is the people of Gujarat who are campaigning for themselves. It's not only BJP Karyakartas who are planning programs. It's actually celebration of democracy.
Okay, all right. You said the Congress is almost non-existent. So let me quickly put this out to Mr. Lokesh Jindal. Mr. Lokesh Jindal, what about the Congress party? Why have we not seen so much of the Congress campaign through the state, crisscross through the state of Gujarat? In fact, Rahul Gandhi did not think it important enough to, you know, make his Bharat Jodo Yatra also pass through the state of Gujarat. Why?
See, we are living in times where more than brand, what you deliver matters more. We see big film stars also have failed movies when they are unable to deliver on what they have to do. Now, when we talk about the Gujarat model, the government did not develop something new. Assets, they have exchanged hands. And this development, it only led to concentration of wealth in the hands of few. And there was nothing new that was built up or nothing substantial that was given to the population at large. So what we see is, despite the 27-year rule of BJP, the masses are still left wondering that what exactly is this Gujarat model? What exactly is the Achhe Din? This is exactly the anti-incumbency wave in Gujarat. People...
No, but why is the Congress not harping on it? 77 is a good tally to rattle the BJP if we talk about 2017. But isn't the Congress now taking it for granted in 2022?
No.
We've not seen much of the Congress leaders' top brass campaign in the state. Why?
There is a very silent
You also don't have
out.
Hardik Patel and Alpesh Thakur. Are you taking it for granted then? Isn't that a setback for the Congress already?
Absolutely not. In fact, there is a silent reach out to the masses at large, to the voters. The Congress has carried out a Rath Yatra also. Every 2 constituency, there is a Rath Yatra. And in every grassroots level also, there are volunteers who are reaching out to the masses at large, engaging with them, getting the grip over the grassroots conditions that are prevailing, what is required. Rather than a top-down approach, the Congress has resorted to the bottom-up approach, whereby the people of Gujarat themselves are going to tell the party what they really want. So rather than imposing some form of an election manifesto from above, the Congress has changed its strategy towards more of inclusion, more of participation, and bringing about a greater form of assimilation and inclusion of the people at large. So instead of holding a huge blast campaign and glamorization, glorification, branding, the Congress is truly reaching out to the masses at large.
It's interesting you say that, because on one hand you're saying that, you know, they're not resorting to a mega campaign strategy, but on the other hand you have Rahul Gandhi, you know, make his way through several states as far as the Bharat Jodo Yatra is concerned, so much so that he wants to skip the upcoming winter session of the parliament as well. Very interesting what you're trying to say. Mr. Shekhar Iyer, would you agree to what Mr. Jindal is saying? A silent campaign this time around, a change in Congress's strategy, or a rattle Congress?
Well, I think a Congress which feels that there is no point in having a mega battle with Prime Minister Modi in Gujarat at least. I mean, that's very clear. And because they know that their best election was 2017, which they had fought very aggressively. Rahul Gandhi had campaigned in all the regions of Gujarat. He had visited several constituencies, and that was aftermath of the Patidar agitation, which had given a lot of confidence to the Congress. And you saw in the results, because the Congress got 77 seats, which was highest since Modi became Chief Minister in 2002. Since then, I mean, before that, the Congress never had such a figure. But what has happened in the last 5 years is number of people who got elected on Congress ticket, they resigned and joined the BJP. Some of them got elected. And secondly, the Patidar agitation, which gave Congress so much of boost, and the political, young leaders who were born in the crucible of that agitation, people like Hardik Patel, they got. I would say they lost. I mean, they saw that stint in Congress did not yield them much. So, and today they are the BJP candidates. Even people like you have Alkesh Thakur. So what was working very well in 2017, by 2022, I do not know. This is because of absence of leaders like late Ahmed Patel, or we do not know. But this time, their approach is different. And taking advantage of the situation, Aam Aadmi Party has been very aggressive. It has been trying to fill up that space. So this election is not so much about whether the BJP is coming back to power. This election is about whether the BJP can actually, establish a record haul of seats as the Prime Minister Modi desires. And number two, whether Aam Aadmi Party will displace Congress as the main opposition. Okay. And if it does, because of the undercurrent of there is a yearning for change, there is a yearning for an alternative. If because of that, if Aam Aadmi Party were to do, better than expected by anybody, that would also set some alarm bells ringing in the BJP. Okay, so could we witness a rerun of 2015 and 2020 Delhi elections, Mr. Lokesh Jindal, wherein the anti-BJP vote gravitates from the Congress to the Aam Aadmi Party? Is that a fear in the Congress party today?
There are two contradictory statements which Mr. Iyer said. He, at one point of time, he says that Mr. Modi is aiming at a record overhaul, the maximum number of seats, and immediately he says that there is a strong undercurrent. So over here he is contradicting.
No, I didn't say strong. I said Prime Minister Modi has been open about it. I mean, we don't have to deduce anything. Prime Minister has appealed for a record seats for the BJP. And as far as the undercurrent, that undercurrent is strong or weak, I do not know. But that is the undercurrent on which the Aam Aadmi Party wants to ride. That's the point I'm making. There is no contradiction.
When we are inferring something with a bias, there is a selective silence and there is a selective remembrance. Now we must do away with all that. What has happened in Gujarat from 2017 up till 2022 is known by all. On the hunger front, it has not performed well. We see that there has been a high price rise.
So, Mr. Jindal, to counter that, how will a silent campaign help? You have the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, crisscrossing through the state of Gujarat. Talk about appeasing the minorities, that is being done by the Congress party. Talk about, going soft on terrorism in the UP era. All of that has been spoken of publicly every now and then. Where is the Congress rebuttal? It needs to come out in public domain. We're talking about election season, sir.
The voter now is way more informed. Now gone are the days when the voter did not have any track record of what the party has done. We are living in an era of IT whereby the voter knows everything in a chronology. The voter is well aware of what had been promised and what not had been delivered. The point is the voter right now is going to assess everybody's performance and then he's going to vote. Now the Congress, rather than branding itself and projecting a heroic...
Can I come in, please?
That's why the BJP has been voted to power and has been in power in the state of Gujarat for 28 long years. Charu wants to come in and then I'll go across to Dr. Piyush Joshi. He's been waiting patiently. Charu.
This Gujarat result is going to be a shocker for everyone.
Kritsween, you know, for any political party, can I please speak?
Yes, please, ma'am.
For any political party today, to say that they don't want to be on ground is funny. Because you're in politics for one reason, that is to serve the people, and to serve the people you have to get elected. So here is Mr. Gandhi who is apparently campaigning for 24 elections across the length and breadth of the country, yet he chooses not to touch upon both the poll-bound states of Himachal and Gujarat. The reason for that is very clear. He knows he's not going to get any votes there or any kind of a following. In fact, the fact that you want to defend it on television is even worse, because I believe that during elections, the senior most leaders of our party to the junior most karyakartas, it's all hands on deck. You're there on the ground, you're meeting people, you're campaigning, you're explaining your vision, you're presenting your report card to people. How can you be a political party which refuses to do all of these things? You refuse to do all of this. You have a Yuvraj who chooses where he wants to go, leaving aside the poll-bound states, and you defend it. Do you think people are as foolish as to fall for this?
Okay. No, before I let Mr. Lokesh Jindal come in, I really want to go across to Dr. Piyush Joshi, who's been waiting patiently on this broadcast. Dr. Joshi, the Aam Aadmi Party also very, very confident says, you know, we won the Delhi elections twice, we won the elections in Punjab, we won the Surat municipal polls, and we're definitely forming the next government in Gujarat as well. How is it that the Aam Aadmi Party today is so confident?
Well, every party has a survey mechanism, and I think that survey mechanism would have given the information to Mr. Kejriwal that he is going to win. I'm not privy to that survey, but there are only two things that can happen out of this. या तो हम जीतेंगे या हम सीखेंगे. दो ही चीजें होती है. So it is very simple. Plus, you know, Aam Aadmi Party brings to table an alternative model of governance. What is that model of governance? You in your report as well as have mentioned, when you ask the people of Gujarat, they know that Aam Aadmi Party is going to provide no-cost electricity, about 300 units, free education, free primary health care, and free water supply if it comes to that. So they at least know what the Aam Aadmi Party is talking about. Now, when it comes to Congress, they actually do not know what is the Congress's alternative model of governance.
So is the Aam Aadmi Party aiming at the Congress voter?
It is not about Aam Aadmi Party targeting the Congress voter or the Bharatiya Janata Party voter. It is the Aam Aadmi Party, you know, trying to create its own vote bank, and that is what is important, because the people of Gujarat are actually troubled with the increasing inflation rate. Paresh Rawalji has admitted in his statement that there is an increasing inflation, though he pinned it on Rohingyas. So that's pretty unfair. But the people of Gujarat are also really troubled with the 15-odd paper leaks which have happened in the last 6 years, with the illegal liquor mafia rampant, you know, across the state of Gujarat, despite Gujarat being a dry state, with more than 10,000 crores per annum of illegal liquor trade happening. The drug mafia, which is also very rampant. We have all seen how the reports of the drug, you know, thousands of crores worth drug being seized at the Adani port, and no concrete action being taken about it.
But Dr. Joshi, the Aam Aadmi Party is really not being able to set an example in the national capital. At least if we go by the current situation, there are pending cases of ED and CBI against some of the sitting ministers.
Oh yes,
and really not being able to set the record right.
I totally agree with you on that there are pending cases. And now what happened about those pending cases? Even on your channel and other channels have participated in a debate about this so-called liquor gate, you know. And we have discussed n number of times about accused being accused number one. Manish Sisodia. Now, what happens to that accused number one? You make someone an accused number one, you conduct 10 number of debates on that particular topic, and when the time comes to charge sheet him, you can't even put his name in the charge sheet. So on what basis did you make him accused number one? So this is really surprising because the BJP wants to break this narrative. Aam Aadmi Party's core idea of election campaigning is a formation of a corruption-free state. So how do you counter that narrative? You tell them that all the Aam Aadmi Party leaders are corrupt, and henceforth they are the same as we are. And
but they haven't been able to prove otherwise, sir. And that's exactly why those questions have kept coming to light one after the other. Charu wants to come in. Charu.
Kritsween, I will take only 20 seconds. So, all that you are saying, 1% even if I were to accept it, you know, the fact is that when Satyendra Jain was getting a chumpy in jail, Mr. Kejriwal said it was physiotherapy. From which angle did any of that visual look like a physiotherapy to you? You blatantly lie to the people of Delhi. You're caught red-handed in that lie, and then you say all this. So I'm sorry. I said this to Congress, I will say this to you. People are very, very, very smart. You cannot have somebody who's a rapist with an inmate with you, giving you a chumpy and pass it off.
Just one question to Charu. Just one question to Charu.
Okay.
How much is the amount? How much is the corpus of the money? Which the CBI or ED has decided in Liquorgate? Number one. Number two. As far as Mr. Satyendra Jain ji is concerned, how much is the corpus of the money laundering, which he has been alleged for? How much are you aware? And how much the ED and CBI has spent on the investigation? I really do not know that whether or not I can find it out or not. Since 2015, CBI has been investigating this matter to no avail.
Okay.
And because the ED has an act which is called as the PMLA Act, and under the PMLA Act, the owners.
Can I respond?
Yeah, please go ahead. Respond all you like.
Okay. So, do notice that you have said nothing about the blatant lying to the country about physiotherapy, rapist, chumpy, etc., etc. But to answer your question, the disclaimer is that I'm not a spokesperson for ED or for CBI for that matter. And they will come up with the investigation report when they are well and ready. Supplementary charge sheets can be added. Additions can always be made. Investigations are still on. And gone are the days when there would be stacks and stacks of money, except in the rarest of rare cases in any politician's house. The kickbacks were used to fund Punjab elections. The friends of Aam Aadmi Party leaders have gone around boasting that wo hi sarkar hai. I think you missed all that. Please go back and hear all that.
And with all of those charges against some of the
material to charge the accused number one.
Dr. Piyush Joshi, the Aam Aadmi Party has made all of those promises for the MCD elections as well. How is it that the voter is supposed to confide in the Aam Aadmi Party with the entire debate still not settled? I want Shekhar Iyer to come in. Mr. Iyer, another interesting point that I want to touch upon is the fact that though Aam Aadmi Party keeps boasting about its Punjab success, consecutive success in the national capital, they've forgotten Goa and Uttarakhand, it seems. But what do you think should the BJP be positioning itself today as? Should it be worrisome of this growing footprint of the Aam Aadmi Party to begin with? Or, should they still be worried about a Congress party that perhaps could spring up a surprise?
Well, it all depends on the kind of votes they gather in Gujarat. I think, the BJP is looking at actual poll percentage that would go in favor of Aam Aadmi Party. And my own gut feeling is the BJP has been saying that their fight is with the Congress. But they are aware of the fact that the people in Gujarat are looking at Aam Aadmi Party. There is no doubt about it. And they are looking more at Aam Aadmi Party than the Congress. And Congress, has always had close to 38-39% of votes that we saw in as against 49% of votes that BJP got in 2017. Though the seats they got was less. So the question is, it all depends on what is the votes that they will gather, what percentage of votes. If it were to cost 20%, I'm sure the BJP will take a very serious view, because that is going to create some problems and issues for the BJP in the run-up to 2024. Because Gujarat has 26 parliamentary seats,
Okay.
and BJP is always winning all of them.
Okay.
So therefore, I think this interesting assembly election is also about the Lok Sabha elections of 2024.
Okay, so the areas voting tomorrow, of course, is an area of concern for the BJP. But that said, time will tell whether we will see further erosion of Congress's footprint from Gujarat, which is in turn going to be advantage Aam Aadmi Party, whether the voter will give in to that. There are several controversies that have taken place ahead of elections, so remains to be seen. The BJP certainly relying on the Modi magic. How that plays out, we'll wait and watch for the result day. Thank you, gentlemen, and Charu Pragya for joining us on